Ron, it's good to see you. And we've heard so much in the last 48 hours. What stands out to you, kind of good or bad, about the rhetoric from corporate America?
Well, good to see you as well, Kelly. I look at this in two ways. One, I am horrified at the events that are going on across the United States, the burning, the looting, the protesting that harkens back to the civil rights era and a dark day for our country. On the other hand, I look at what corporate responsibility should look like. I believe that CEOs have an obligation to be very clear with their employees that racism is not tolerated in their particular community, nor should it be. But at the same time, when you keep hearing day after day about systemic racism in our country, that's where I think we need to be a little bit careful about where we draw the line.
Well, you say because we've elected President Obama to 2 terms. I remember there's a lot of talk about post-racial society. So how would you diagnose the events of today? What do they tell you about the sort of lack of progress, the regress, the culture wars that are going on right now?
I look at this in a couple of ways. Number one, certainly the days when my parents grew up in the 1960s are not the 2020s. I am able to go to school. I am able to have a vocation. I'm able to exist in society a lot easier than people from just 1 or 2 generations ago. So the notion that we haven't progressed as a country, I find to be a little bit misguided. On the other hand, anytime that you have people of color who are fearful of walking down the street, who are fearful of the police, that indicates to me that there's more work to be done. The way to do it, in my view, is more constructive dialogue, more honesty, and candidly having conversations out of one's comfort zone to make sure that we recognize our motto, e pluribus unum, out of many, one.
What would your advice be to corporate leaders who say they want to be a part of the solution? What should they do?
I think that they should have town halls with their employees. I think that they should talk to their shareholders and say, in days past, we did not want to tackle very difficult issues dealing with race, dealing with sexism. Now we've noticed that this is something that's very important to consumers. It's very important to employees. And we, as good corporate citizens, want to have that conversation and have a constructive path forward rather than ignore some of the problems that we have in front of us.